Hello friends, welcome back. This is in continuation of our discussion relating to the topic of the recovery of 1.32 crores from AHPL. Now here is a realistic view of what we actually earn. Technically, it appears that we are earning 8.5% on 1.32 crores, which works out to 11.22 lakhs. But in reality, our post-income tax income is just 8,63,940. The taxation rate is 22% plus a 10% surcharge and a 4% cess. So that works out to approximately 23%. Following this, we pay a GST on the total amount available with us, and that leaves us with only 7 lakhs and 8,430 rupees. So if I calculate the net yield, it works out to 5.37%. So that's a misnomer to say that we are earning 8.5%. Our actual rate of return is only 5.37. And a cooperative bank today is paying 5.9% approximately, and it attracts zero income tax because this is based on the principle of mutuality. So we are actually losing 0.53% interest on a deposit of 1.32 crores, which works out to a little more than 70,000 rupees a year. The title of the video said that we are looking at two options. So here is the first option. The first option is that the deposit amount of 1.32 crore stays with AHPL. For this, we'll have to redraft the agreement, and it will be clearly mentioned that this amount is an interest-free security deposit. Another change that we'll have to bring about is that AHPL will be providing us services of the resident manager, receptionist, and driver, and it will not be charging us anything for that. It will be just part of the service package. Now this amount is more than the interest that is being earned on 1.32 crores at 8.5%. That will be made up. The deficit will be made up by the society paying revised service charges. Presently, the service charge is 150 rupees per flat per month. This will be revised so that it makes up for the deficiency in the earning of 1.32 crores at the rate of 8.5%. The calculation that you will now see will explain the whole situation. Let us assume a rate of return of 8.5% on 132 lakhs, which, as we mentioned earlier, is 11.22 lakh rupees. The salaries of staff amount to 12.6 lakhs. The difference between the two is 1.38 lakhs. This will be divided between 266 people so that the monthly charge comes to 43 rupees and 23 paisa. Currently, members are paying at the rate of 150 rupees per month. So the new AHPL charge will be 193.23 per month. Let us now look at the calculation in greater detail. Presently, we are paying 150 rupees per month per flat, and with 18% GST, that works out to 2,124 rupees per year per flat. With the new rates, this amount will work out to 2,736. It does appear to be much higher, but let us see how the equation works out. The whole society taken together will be saving 18% GST on the total interest amount, which would otherwise have been spent on AHPL expenses. So the net saving that we make here is a little more than 2 lakhs. That works out to a benefit of 760 rupees per flat. In other words, with the revised rate of 2,736 and the saving of 760 rupees, my AHPL charges work out to less than 2,000. In fact, they are 1,976 including GST. So the saving that I actually make is 148, even though I am paying a higher rate of service charge to AHPL. In order to bring about these changes, we will have to make some changes in the existing agreements. First of all, the AHPL service agreement will need to be modified. It will specify a 12-month duration, at the end of which the interest-free security deposit will be returned. The second thing is that the services will include no charges for salaries. The society will pay a higher and a new service charge at the rate of 193 rupees 23 paisa. This contract will be renewable every 12 months. And we'll also have to make changes to the final agreement for the deposit return. We will now look at option 2. First, let us recall the Integrated Township Projects notification dated 8th of March 2019, which was issued by the Urban Development Department of the Government of Maharashtra. According to clause 10.3, the project proponent can collect periodic contributions to recover maintenance costs of the infrastructure. Also, we can raise a corpus fund. So far, only periodic contributions have been collected, but nothing prevents us from raising a corpus fund for that purpose. And this option takes a look at such a scheme. As all of us are aware, the township maintenance charges that we pay currently are payable at the rate of 1 rupee per square foot of carpet area per month. On this is added 18% GST. The total carpet area for Athashri is 1,46,156 square feet. And the total TMC comes to a little over 20 lakhs and 69,000. Earlier in this video, we saw that the effective rate of return at the so-called interest rate of 8.5% is actually only 5.37%. So the society would be happy if the corpus for the TMC pays the same amount or earns the same amount of interest at the rate of 5.3%. And this is how it goes. At that rate of return of 5.37%, the society will earn 7.08 lakhs. Our annual dues, as we saw earlier, were a little more than 20 lakhs and 69,000. So we still need to finance 13 lakhs and 60,000. Under this scheme, PSCL will gain because they will be paying 4 lakhs 13,160 rupees less in terms of interest, because they will be saving 3.13% of interest on 132 lakhs, which is a good amount. The society also gains because it will save GST on 18% of the 7 lakhs which otherwise would have been chargeable. The net saving for the society will be 1.27 lakhs. So it's a win-win for both, with PSCL obviously gaining thrice as much as us. Let us now see how it works out at the individual level. The 1.32 crore amount works out to each member's contribution of 49,624. At a rate of return of 5.37%, each one of us members is effectively earning 2,665 rupees. This amount is to be deducted from the present township maintenance charges for each individual. And let us see how this works out. What I just said can be best understood with a concrete example. Let us take a 1 BHK flat which typically measures 442 square feet. Presently, the TMC is 442 multiplied by 1 rupee a square foot for 12 months, which works out to 5,304 rupees. On this, we add 18% GST, which works out to 955. So the total GST effectively being paid by each 1 BHK owner of a typical 442 square foot flat would be 6,259 rupees. Under the new proposed scheme, the corpus will be funding 2,665 rupees. So the new TMC which the person will effectively pay will be 2,639 only instead of 5,304. The GST would now apply on the lower amount and it will work out to only 475 rupees rather than 955 rupees. So the total paid would be 5,779 rupees as compared to 6,259 rupees. The net saving by this particular individual would be 480 rupees per year. Thus you can see that each flat, depending on its carpet area, will have a different rate of TMC. What you see on the screen is an example worked out for different areas of different flats. You can pause the video here and explore how it has been calculated. So now friends, I have explained in very clear terms the two options that are available. Choose wisely. In fact, both of them work to everyone's advantage. That's all for now. Thank you and bye-bye.